Adishimai mami mamunya na chi ema makwaba ediba XTV eso abono nsia ena ye wukwada ene eyosana bosom ne da to se dwenu nan wa fimpimie ne edwenu mienu no emu emrason sansam akoso ye mamoni amahuro so nsam ayesa kan ya boabo ne nyina no aso ne se krogin ayede ebro se anopa no nsia kase ewo XTV eso efrin krampo ni mantemu pokwasi Festus adum plaza building mo na sa wokopie mu ewa barefoot tintan kase ne so Facebook eye XTV GH, YouTube XTV Ghana, TikTok XTV 391, Instagram XTV Ghana, Twitter XTV Ghana. Mesa wo share no na wo like na wo comment na wo share ma fofronso ensa etimi asobe eso ensam ne die edo so papa pa ye ne dema koten bia wo bete ene se Ghana man pani na na dodan kwa kofado e di ato ahobambo ko no enim se wo mo bom homodi no mo Ghana ni bia ho ban infefri ni pabonefo ehun se na be ya ni pabon ni bia embo wura ye man emu na ewo nsem fofromonso no Mashibedweni NPP Mashibedweni bin so dia babetuja SM NDC fo awomo eye dede se economy na enye ena nyema nkoye oman abai we wentimi atutu nyema ye obisa omo se sanka ene ye to aba na ye 2 minutes omo sa eden sununkon ena obetimi aye e dia boa Ghana yen esikasem na ensem fufu monso no obete se eye Methodist asafo no opanipa osofo pon a woda ano wode atodwa ese osofo biyero obe na adwen se wobefa kuntu ase wobeye nsembone nyeme bia nsemfata ede egu asofo enim ase no wobehwe se mra na wombedi se na se fata ankasa nsem bi ka we ho ena mede bro se anopa no nsia kase ewo XTV eso oba pa me visa kosiate enmidi ka me ho fiti se mra akopem se minute eduonu no bebu apa no nsia wo de wo peti de opahwe no enu nkutu ena mede ema afejibre na me fa kase boy de wo mankasa emfamon Ghana mampeni Ghana pesie na adodan kwakofo ado ene wode ato eye ahobambo kuo ni nyina enim ese wo mo hwese ehia bia ahodo eye ye bodesa ewo oman Ghana mo no omobom ho modwo mo fifu manimu yie no motimi bo Ghana ni bia ho ban se na be ya nipa bonifo a wo mo di atutrasem ni bonifo sem eye omo de pa no sa nkrofo ye betimi si wo mo nyina anokwan a wo mo ntimi embe bodra oman mu wo kire mo se wo hwe amaya ahodo etwa ye ho ehia na ntutrasem abantu guo yade a ekoso papa ewo amaya ahodo no mo amafo bi kra ekeka se yade a won abepie ewo oman Ghana mo nanso wo ka cha ho bambo ko no ese wo mo nya de betumi biara so bebo Ghana ni biara ho ban se na be ya sa to trafoi obi biara embo ni hu musompo embora oman Ghana mo wodan sansem nyina di abra wo kọ aprobo ewo etefe atoye mantema woni nananom ekotena se ni ekroma nyina etena se a wodi ne nsemu etudwa na wodi sansem nyina etemi editu aposadom no enim.
And with other measures that are being taken to expand the personnel of our armed forces and security agencies so that we can meet this threat head on and make sure that our country, unlike other countries in West Africa, does not become a battleground for terrorist activities. And it is because of that that we need the full cooperation of the civilian population with our security agencies. Under the slogan that the Ministry of National Security has coined, see something, say something. We have to work together to make sure that no penetration of Ghana takes place with terrorist infiltrators. That is the only way we can continue to be a beacon of peace, a beacon of stability, a beacon of constitutional development, a beacon of democracy in our region and on the continent of Africa. And I'm encouraging each and every one of us here in the region and throughout the country to become one with the security agencies of our nation to make sure that our country continues to be.
Mampeni na adodan kwa kufuado ena wodi sansem nyina wodi atutwano na mashibedwene edima de hye omo botia no ingresi amanfom abaton pesoso eye nunyam ni Sylvester Matthew tete wono ena wodi atodwa ese imprempren sikasema enkoyie sikasema atoapete ewo manga na mu ayehunu ni enya ade foforo eye wiase nyina ena saa howe etimi atoye na wose imprempren no ndisa amanyoko no omo akwa gina dua so wono mbe gina edan so a womo eye dede ena sikasemu nyo ne mamu aye den no wo kire mo sese ne de pa ye de tumi ne ehwe wo sa ede magic ede nyakoma de pa no betimi aye etimi di adane na meni na Ghana ohawa ye femu ebetimi akọ echirana wopeni eye Sylvester ekane na aka wo ye openi pa woda National Youth Authority no anom wo kire mo se woda de sedie edi magana fo nyinara ese wo mo bon humodin no mo nya gidie e wo mprempren aban a wo mampani na nadodan kwakufo ado eda no no wo mo nya gidie pa e woni mu ensa ne se na ete bia no wo behwe adane ne ameni magana yesikasem asanso ejira ne nan so ebium na wo mo bobo insem ho abram kopie mu e wo sister station na insem a wo mo bobo ho no efa Ghana Union of Traders Association fo a gutafo a wo mo ese wo mo to wo mo shop mu busuma ye wo mu inde to so aduonu nkro wo mo two shops ni nyina mo no eno mo hu bobo a NPP for ni NDC for nyina wo mo bobo ho wo eye sister station ba kon eno pani Sylvester Matthew tete wo di sansem nyina wo di atudwa wasanso eja de sedie edi ama eye gutafo se wo mo bom humodin na mo fa mo sem nyina enkonkoma asoye no ena hwe edwedie ni fidi nyuma so Ministry of Trade and Industry no wo mo fa mo ha nyina enkoto nenim na se na etie bia no alankwachigiramante wo behwe esiesie niema maniema etimi edimo wo chemo se imprempren no eyade awiase nyina ena ohaw etimi atoyem enye Ghana ha nkwa enti NDC for na wo mo eye dede ena nyema nye ena nyema kwose ena ankosa no wo bisa wo mo sese ne dey pam se Ghana fo nyina ekoto line na chese wo mo koto aba na wo de 2 minutes e de hye NDC fo ensa we de ense bisa no wo bisa mo se ede magic nyakoma de fofo ben na mo betimi agem etimi adane nyamani wo bisa wo mo se wo ka kire wo mo se abra eye 2016 no ye nyina ye wo ho ye nim de si ye ansana po NPP amanyoko no e ba beji abedwa kesi e ya de na NDC fo mo etimi ntutu nyama ye omo nyama nyina edriga ye omampani na nadodan kwakufa do bae wo siesie nyama manyama ekọ enim nyama etimi gira ne nan so ansana po obi anke bi anhema coronavirus and offense no Ukraine Russian tokwe eno so ede ne ho ebeji mo wo chiremo say prepare no sidi ne se na eti aba fom no enye obibia fom so na eyade a omampani ne na pamfo wo mo ye de ombetumi bia se na be yam ombetimi achi dollar no na sidi no ene no etimi esi akan inti Sylvester tete Matthew wono eye mashibedwani edima adehia omo botia no ingresi amanfom abaton pesoso ene obisa NDC for say ede fufo pa na ombetimi ayese ede tumi no ehye monsa ene dia mu ne hwe ye inti munye din na de obetimi aye adwuma no wonkoso enye adwuma insiesie niema na niema enkonkan infama eye Ghana fo nyina ba ye to akase no so ene ye mfa nkopie mu ewo nsem na nsem foforo kalamse nwe nsem yi a opani odike nso ekoka bia na no ekoyi kai ede amano no opani a wono so kopie mu a mahibedwefi a abedweko a wo mo ehwe mines and energy eso eyonunyam ni Edward Bawa wono so ede ababetudwa ese aban biare ni ho betimi etu eye galamse ase ewo oman Ghana mu galamse wono omutu magudi a omo famra kwan so infentu no sa aban bi beka so betimi etu ase no enya de obetimi esa ne se ehumobro ena amanyosem humobro ewo bibia remont enya de a so omo ka so betu ne na ombetimi etu no omo edisa ne se wo ka ne sa no wo pa che se ono ankasa ne amanyoko NDC no wo so eka ho bia na wo si ane esa ne se amanyoko humobro ewo mpanifo ni mo papa enya de a obibia betimi etu galamse ase ewo mangane mu.
Thank you. Look, before I answer your question directly, let me state it clearly. And all along, I was listening to the General Secretary for the Small Scale Miners and other things. I have listened to many presentations made by Minerals Commission because they come to Parliament to present all the efforts they are putting. But let me state it very clearly. Illegal mining will persist if we still continue to have this whole idea of political leniency, which leads basically to law enforcement corruption. And listening to Erastus, listening to even the General Secretary, you realize that the fundamental problem is how to enforce the law and ensure that it is enforced impartially. That's the point I've just made that. I didn't say that. I've not said that. I'm just trying to make it.
Sena Openi Edward Bawa won also etimi achena dwen ye nto akase no so enko ye nimu Methodist asafo no bishop ba kwa wodan we presiding bishop ye Most Reverend Dr. Paul Boafo won also ediato ye asofo a womo bafufui enim ese so obi nim na oboni humuso no de ne hu ko Jameson bonne nsemfo bia ekoso ye beti na yesi osofo bia koyesi osofo bia koyesi na oso mu a obehwese mra na obedi se na ese fata ankasa na wo kasa Abraham edano asofo bia womo etimi afa asofo ntitiye mu a womo ewi a yedwo mu esi adesesa asofo no na body sansem nyina etimi edito mu ne nsem abafufui no mo hwese imra hodo mo hwese nyankopon asem no ebedi mu ne kan no metimi aye adwuma se na ese fata nkasa na mo ankwa kodi sikechi mo ankwa kodi nyama bia nsem fata echi na mo de nimguase etimi ediama eye Kristo eskase ebeto ansem so ediamo.
Most Reverend Paul Kwabena Boafo dan asofo aduonum ensia edi ewo Winneba obra Methodist asore no eye wonom 12 biennial conference en wodi tu dwase asofo ne bi wo honom a wonum edi asore ne sika wo ye ne mabone ewo asore nim ochese asore mpanimfo nyaade a won beso sa ne yoye no so Lobi pia wobete se wodi bone a etia asore no mra no eyade se obepam no afri asore nim.
Sometimes even as ministers, our character, our attitude, the way we approach things leaves a question mark on us. Leaves much to be desired. Into one amano a method so far. Isu okama. And the man, no one process say, more kind, insult or a yarrow, insult. What's it? Methodist body, or which you will be out of my bonacona. Or which you will be out of my bonacona. Who's will be Nasa man. And now you sumai or the opposite room with Nada, Nabraba, or no grand as a chasorma. Who react near Maso Come? We are better the software. Yet, Chua, you be you a day. What sir, my doba, you be you a day. Who will sack you? Whether you are ordained or not ordained, we have a process of taking you out if you are ordained. And I say, ordained with your brother, with your banana, you went to call.
En wechi wode to asofo a wonu mapa won ho ntome enim se ma won fa wondi bra wode ama wonu no enji sika mfiri omanfo ho na emum won fa wondi bra no enje omanfo enkwa.
We are counting on privileges. So for us, for some of us, we are coming in because what is cow? This is so far in his care. And so for so always kill. If you say what came, if you say what we say that, if you say then I yes man, if you what if you never one it's what my the mass as a
no Most Reverend Dr. Paul Boafo no ena wetime akasano na yanto akase ne so say no adaye bo wamane ese gutafo ese bosuma yo moni da to so adwunu nkron won betu o stores nina emo na nye abie hodom di tudwa ene se yesidi no se emmo ne homodin embo no makrokokokra ama wo musika wo mudweta wo mudisimi ede hye adwuma ase no dweta ni nyina etime asan esan se wo de $2 no ho a enko yie kwan prempren kita dollar ba ko 10 Ghana cedis e na obetimi enya eno mo nti opani awono e na yosoafo a wo hwe amanebo ho nsem so e nunyam ni koju opon nkruma wodi aba betudwa ese aban no e ye hihye se wo mu de sika botre e ye $2 billion e ba be hye Ghana ye sika sem no emo na no se wo mu de hyemu a e ba be boa masidi no esanso enya hoden ebiom na obekaye a hwehwemu kra ba be de se wiase nyina esika emmo ne ho modin sika emmo no masika yentimi fa nya hwe endru babia eye Ghana ye sidi no na no na kodwo opon kruma wodi adesede e de ato Ghana phobia womu kita dollar no mu a womu ena womu nsunti a sidi no eti aba form ne se sanka oye womu a meka semre aposo mogie mu kra de dada kwa koton san se enche kra si ye de sa $2 billion yi ed be hye Ghana ye sika semu a e ya de asidi no obesan so nya ahode bio won hwe ya wo dollar na wo kura mu na wo mpesa wo beton na ena manu nsunti sidi no eti aba form no wo dollar no enya price bio.
Our challenge with the currency is that as a country do not export and repatriate enough dollar into the Ghanaian economy. We don't export enough and repatriate enough dollars into the Ghanaian economy. Very often, it has been when the fiscal policy managers go and borrow dollar as part of our financing program that you find that Ghana receives forex. That, in addition to a number of reasons that the Bank of Ghana has put out, have culminated in a situation where this year, because of the downgrades we have suffered, for which reason we cannot access the international capital markets, what is happening is that the inflow of forex is limited, and therefore the extraordinary demand by the stronger dollar and by the import pressures of our country, in addition to the repatriation of funds by investors, etc., as a result of what's happening globally, has led to a city that has depreciated pretty quickly. The Bank of Ghana introduced a number of measures in the short term to deal with it. And on the back of that, in fact, I think this morning the president was briefed that the $750 million that we were expecting, now all the paperwork has been concluded and should be hitting our accounts perhaps maybe today or tomorrow. That was a brief that the president was given this morning. So if I were you and I was holding on to dollar, I'll be selling it by now, because there's a lot more dollar coming in from the 750 and then also from the cocoa syndicated loan of about 1.3. That comes together to about $2 billion hitting the Ghanaian economy in the very, very, very short run. And our expectation is that it would lead to a quick stabilization. But there's also a lot of work that the Bank of Ghana is been doing, supported by the broader economic policy managers, aimed at addressing the fundamental issue, which is ensuring that we export more, get the dollars back into the Ghanaian economy as against what we import. And we need to cut down on our import bill significantly. We are importing $400 and $600 million of chicken. We're importing so much of rice, so much of fruit juices. So there needs to be clarity on what we need to do to tone down on those imports and export some more instead. And those are some of the things that have been done. On Thursday, the president chaired an extraordinary cabinet meeting aimed at signing off on the fiscal framework for the IMF negotiations, which are about to get into their next stage. And as the detail of the post-crisis economic program is laid before the country will realize that some of these elements I'm talking about find full expression in that program, even as the fiscal framework for the program has also
nkruma wono ene osoafo a wo hwe amane bo ho nsem so na wetimi akasa no na wo kai se edan no ye bo amane se KKD wono so ekokika nsem bi na nsem a wo kai ne de edoso papa nsem bi a wo kai biom ene se wo hwe Ghana National Lottery Authority no ekane no sanka edru se ye ba bebubo no mesna ne ye hu wo ma wo mawini a GTV eho ena wo mo eye aban TV station no eho ena wo motimi ebo ma obia ehwe bi nanso nanse ye nim de ye wo mu ye ye edikopie mu ewo despite media wo station ho eho ena prempren wo mu ebo no na no na KKD ehwem se adenti na ban no eyesa wanya ade se oman station oman no so be benefit bi ntino moyi edi efi wo no we di akwakọ ma eye private station na wo chem se aban no anya ade na no mom ena openi pa wo no ena ye director general wada National Lottery Authority ano eye openi Sami Eguku wo se KKD unima ma mecheche wonsem ne nyina ene se abra na wo mo ebo no ewo GTV no eyade asika botra wo mo etua eye 200,000 Ghana cedis busun ba ko pene no nso no eye minute mako du no per 15 minutes ene yetimi edi ma wo mo busun ba ko obetua 200,000 Ghana cedis na scan eso dodo ebo manika eno nti eno mwetime yi edi efi wo mo di akọ ankra station wo mo ebo
o partner wo Chairman, this is what gives you 200,000 cedis off. Men can sell for free. Why you money be there? But once a day, 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes in the entire 24 hours. 15 minutes. Oh, yeah. Say me my boka that day. Yeah, dimi ana yen dimi. Oh, the other day straight. Yeah, sign. You cannot lose such a contract. Meti way. Me buy me was a banker to banker no. Yeah, market no. No money ya chips e na na kobo di sun ba ho me ba ya me hu se cruise aye no mo ya banker to banker o ma che wo system nim e bi mo o kra no at time o started the lottery business and me na me no feeding bottle na no by them about bet na we say na at the end early no o mo ya compete then we have to set a target say if you want to operate lottery in Ghana 1.5 million license fee for the 722 o pese we operate the VAG na 500,000. From October to December last year, we raked in 28 million cedis.
From license fees?
Yes, from license fees. And if you can't beat them, you join them or you make the market competitive. Yes, sir. You have a contract from a license from January 2022 to December 2022. Chairman General, you know sign license. You say no, it's so top for more than. Niema ni buwe license ni mwa. Okaso be kono brutal the first phase here edisunya ho kire bebem and they will tell you ebi won ma shedabu ye ni aguso e no kire se enya we pasena be ya as they rebound they are getting adjusted to a new regulatory regime. Inti yesa bie ekwan ni biem say if you want to operate lottery going into 2023 be bie in October. Bra na no so waka de so you are tightening it bit by bit. Anya sa no first no obi wo ho no we be a lottery company e waka high winds ba we close it down wakwa ko bie e Zabzugu no address obi ani baby o share but this time round no and from next year January 1st if you are operating lottery now I will need the data.
Onyam ni Sami Ewuko na eye Kwame Sefa kan program so e wo Peace FM e na wo ko kan stem ya ye so ya monitor ye DB e ma o se anopa no nsia kase e wo XTV so ye njira wo sem sen na no pe kase e wo di ma no ye mfe ni nyina mfe se ye da wase sa wonya bre enya daje na wo hwe XTV anopa no nsia kase mo hwe wo Facebook no ye Twitter pa e di ma mo ko so hwe ne mo bo humodin sa wo hwe no na wo like na wo comment na wo share ma foforo so sa etimi aso be so nyankopon hwa so be ni sa pepe e di amame anope memfa sedam fama Chichi Beauty Palon sebra anope bra no won siesie wutire no ho fama wani makeup no obeye ni kama wo pedicure no manicure no ni nyina waye krado papa se obeye ni nyina edi ama wo pese wusua sa ni menyina nso a waye krado se wo bechiro wo poko asi festivals adun plaza building no second floor ho eho e na obehu Chichi Beauty Palon wo si ebi mpo a wo de wontimi ma wo pese oba ho no ebe siesie ho edi ma waye krado papa se wo beba intifre no e wo 0547254078 0547254078 Samsung Ayet Creation Sister Bra na atade biara wo hia bia ediko program bia no waye krado papa so no so wobepam ede amount enti wose se wedding gam kra na opedi na we bibi biara opema ne mema benefoni mufra se upesa osi adwuma so a wono so aye krado pass obekire na wo so wetimi enya wonsa no enyuma Ayet se frɛ no it was 0242389851 0242389851 Joja camera na chi mami anope e DJYX fresh boy ba kope na sa kopie mu e wo MC a ho de twa me tu mu e yellow abra Bismarck nso e tan na chi producers e kuku dam e no mo bo aye a metimi e di kaseboi e bre when executive producers no e na nadra sakoma na fence no penin samituga me making kandi ma wo e yo baba mevis akosua ate me so magudi mo nse me nua be ma microphone wi ata wa bobo ne nyina no e ade a football nyame bebre e na e koso odi e bre wa bo ne nyina beda wo de bro ntimo afidi no enda he ya me do ase e mamu enishi